Good morning, everybody. Good Friday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Yes, we decided to do this show on Good Friday because we knew that a lot of people would still be here, and why not, right? So, but I will say, praise the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So, hope you all are doing well today. Glad to have you here. Man, we're going to learn about the claw. I'm excited. I tell you what, guys, I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Chris Johnstone a little bit, working on some tech stuff, some AI stuff, and all I want to tell you guys is it goes way deeper than you can even possibly imagine. I mean, it's crazy. Chris, the stuff that you were showing me, you know, even just yesterday when you and I were hanging out and we're doing a little work on Claude this time, which was, I'm new to Claude, and golly, man, it's insane. It's nuts. And you know what? I was talking to Jen in the green room. I said, you know, here's the truth. You know, as loan originators, when it comes to AI, we certainly have to be in it, right? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. But really, probably the best way to do it is indeed just to be connected to organizations and people like you, Chris, who can kind of help us through it, right? Who, you know, spend their time figuring it all out and giving us some sort of mechanism to deploy, you know, because otherwise, you know, talk about going down wormholes. Like, it's endless and deep and far, and there's so much to try to comprehend, and it's moving so fast every day. It's ridiculous, you know. So it's a real. We're absolutely blessed to have you as part of Breakfast Club, Chris. You know, I know I'm speaking for a lot of people here. Otherwise, if we didn't have you, and you know, I don't know what we'd be doing. You know, we'd be just. I don't know. We'd still be just making funny memes on GPT and sending those out. You know what I mean? And that would be about the extent of it, you know?
Well, thank you, Frank. I appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I'm just really excited for everybody that's here who continues to come here on Fridays and learn more about this stuff, because it's vitally important. And, you know, based on what I've been seeing lately, especially these few hangouts I've had with you, Chris, where it's just been like, oh my goodness, man, the depth of what this stuff can do and how good it's getting. It's just getting better and better and better and smarter and faster. And it's so intuitive on its own. You know, it thinks for you. It thinks better than you half the time. Most of the time, you know, you say, hey, I want to do this. It's like, really? Did you consider all these things? Oh, no, those are good things to consider. Yeah, let's work on all those as well, you know? So
yeah, it's wild.
It's wild, man.
I did a funny little exercise the other day, and I don't want to take us off track, but I did an aptitude test with myself, but then also my kids and some of their friends. And then it immediately went into, after the aptitude test, of building a curriculum and being like, hey, here's the areas where you're crushing it and we can advance here, but here's some areas that could use some work. Do you want me to put together a class and deliver it to you every day? And
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, and like really good stuff, because filled it with, hey, use Khan Academy, use all of these like trusted sources for the information and the education, and literally like an education roadmap tailored to each kid. And so one of the parents reached out to me afterwards and was like, are you from the future?
I know.
And I was like, I don't know, man. We finished dinner early. It was like,
I'm a time traveler. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool when you experience these things for the first time. It's a lot of fun, and then you really start to go from like wow mode into like, oh, I know how to use this mode, and then you're just working away and getting it done, and then all of a sudden another loan officer comes into your office and they're like, what are you doing? Like,
who are you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know, the thing, you know, and we joke around a lot about it, but you know, I always joke around about the robot, you know, getting a robot and all that kind of stuff. But I tell you, man, because you think about how do you, as a person, you know, a human being that's got his day, who's moving along and doing things, you know, how do I stay really connected to this AI thing and have it really truly truly assist me in my
Yeah.
everyday life, and so there kind of got to be some sort of physical devices that you can either just speak out loud to, like, I don't want to say it too loud, but Alexa, because she's, right there. But like that thing, I don't know why they're so far behind on that. Like that thing should be like just the most badass AI conduit in your home
Mhm.
of the universe. It's right there. We talk to it all the time instead of just turning my lights on and off. But it's like I can, with Alexa, like I want to, sometimes I'll ask it just like I would ask AI.
Yeah.
I'll ask it questions as if it was AI, and it does not give an AI answer.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So I'm hopeful that will transpire. So like you just
Mm.
be around in the house, ask it questions, get answers, ask it to do things, it'll do those things. I think that. Do you think that'll be a big piece of how we interface with it? I think that these devices, these smart speakers, as they're called, right? I think that they'll be a big piece of the puzzle, because it'll be able to just do things for you. You can just be able to tell it to do it because you're in your house, you'll be able to say what they do. But then, of course, then the robot. I think that's kind of where it's going. Kind of going off on a tangent here. What do you think about that? I think that's real.
Yeah. So you like to me, Frank, I always go back to the whole, VHS beta thing where there's a lot of technology that gets like gapped in the middle while we're going through these big evolutional changes in society. Because that's what we're going through. We're going through a shift from like we got all the information, they put it on the internet and you could go search it with Google to artificial intelligence being the next evolution of what that is. And it's going to disrupt, in my opinion, all of the legacy businesses that sit on top of that older infrastructure. And I think
Mm.
home speakers are just like a little gap that's going to get leapt over as this new AI comes out because
Really?
everybody, yeah,
Mm.
personal AI assistance, I think is, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, which is a perfect segue. But having
Yeah.
an assistant that you have access to, but that we've been intentional enough with to train and really give it the information and the tools and the resources that we want it to have so that when we can talk to it, we can tell it what to do and then it will actually do those things, but not only just do those things for us, do them in the way that we want them done.
Mm.
So your tasks are different than my tasks, but the AI still knows how to do the task, but yours knows how to do it the way that you like it, and mine knows how to do it the way that I like it
Right.
because it's intelligent, right? It's
Mm.
learned from us and we've programmed it over time. So
Mm.
that's absolutely where we're going. So
Cool.
Frank, you want to get into it?
Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah,
Is that cool?
I'm
All right.
glad that was a good kind of segue tee up for it.
Is
So
d
yeah.
anything else on the agenda? Anything else we got to go over this morning before we
I
get
don't
into it?
think
Jen, are we
so. Do
okay?
we have
All
anything
good
else?
today.
No, just your
Nope.
Facebook group link if you want to get that going, or you want to wait on that for a minute.
Yeah, no, let's do it. So first off, everybody that ordered the book, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are officially bestseller status in the mortgage category on Amazon, but quickly climbing the ranks in like some actual larger categories on Amazon. So if you ordered your copy of the book, thank you so much. If you don't have yours, it's loaibook.com. You can get it on Amazon. It's $9.99. And then we're putting a link in the chat to the Facebook group. So everybody who gets the book gets access to a private Facebook group where you are unfortunately subjected to my daily musings about artificial intelligence and marketing and automations and all those wonderful things. And I've always wanted to put together a group like that so that I could be very like not informal, but not polished. Like a
Mm.
community really where it's just like me and you, and a lot of the times I'm in my sweats, but I'm doing something on my computer and I'm like, wow, this worked. This is
Mm.
amazing. I
Mm.
have a lot of those little golden nuggets that happen while I'm working on stuff, and I never get to share them because my hair looks funny or just like the lighting's not right or whatever. So the Facebook group is a place where I can feel like it doesn't matter what I look like. I can just share and we can talk about it and have just like more of a unpolished place where we can just go and learn together. So that's what the
Mm.
Facebook group is all about.
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
So link is in the chat. And
Yep.
the final thing before we get into today, and we all get our beet juice prepared for what's coming, because today's a big one.
Mm.
If you could do me a favor, if you did order the book, if you could go to Amazon and leave a 5-star review. So I was talking to my AI as it was writing all of the emails for everybody that got the book, and it told me like, "Hey, reviews are the most important thing for getting your book noticed and recognized on Amazon." So it told me to come here and ask you for 5-star ratings and reviews on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon, just type in AI 101 in the Amazon box. You'll see the book. You can leave the 5 stars there. And my ethical bribe is the rest of this great content in return for your 5-star ratings and reviews. So thanks, y'all. Good?
Very good.
Okay. In the chat, put a Y if you have heard of OpenClaw or any type of AI called a claw. So OpenClaw, there's all kinds of like claws that are coming out. Okay, yes, 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 no, couple of no's sprinkled in there. Okay, so here's what happened. This guy came out, wicked smart dude, and he said, I'm going to play around with artificial intelligence this weekend. I'm a developer and I'm going to build an open source project. And what I'm going to make it is so that you can get a computer or you can lease a computer through Amazon or you get like a Mac mini or you get this like computer. Install this open source code on it. And what that code will do is connect to your computer. So access all of your files on your computer, and you can connect it to any of your other tools that you want. So your Gmail, your CRM, everything else. And he built it so that it has consistent memory. And what that means is that all conversations that you have with it are referenced within the brain of this thing. And then he made it so that it could actually search the internet, interact with a web browser, and pick the AI that it was using as the brain for all of these tools. And so overnight, people that were super duper nerdy could take this open source project off of a site called GitHub, which is where programmers will publish their code for free, right? And it's like, hey, I built this thing. I think it's cool. You can have it for free. And they just share everything for free. So he publishes this thing on GitHub, and people realize that they can install it on their computer, give it a task, and it will just work until the actual task itself is done. So I'll give you an example of this. Like, hey, go on to Google and scroll through the first 3 pages of Google and get me all the real estate agents that are on the front page of Google, visit their websites, get their email addresses, put them in my CRM, and then send an email to every single one of them. And OpenClaw could go do that. And in that moment, when he released that open source project, it went from chat, like AI chat, which is OpenAI and ChatGPT and Claude and Grok and Gemini and all these agents that we talk to, right? And we have chats with them. And it made it a task, which is when the AI is actually doing the things that you're talking to it about. So this is a very subtle shift, but it literally changed the world. Okay? So instead of going to ChatGPT and saying, ChatGPT, write this email to this real estate agent for me, You change your language and you say, hey, Chet, hey, Claw, send an email to that real estate partner for me. And so rather than it writing the email and you taking the email and you putting it in the tool and you hitting the send button, it writes the email, opens the tool, clicks the button, sends the email, waits for the response, gets the response, writes the response, and will continue the conversation until it gets to the end of the goal that you've given it in the first place. So it's gone from chatting to doing. Frank, does that make sense?
It does. So it could, like in that example with with Claw, it would be able to open my Outlook and
Yeah.
compose an email and send it
Mm-hmm.
and monitor my Outlook for the reply.
Yes.
Wow,
It
crazy.
can look at your spreadsheets and do a data analysis on a commercial deal that you're doing. You know, the wonderful and talented and amazing Kelly Dutton
Mm,
has all of these LOIs that
mm.
come in. A claw can literally like accept it, open it, read it, analyze it based on Kelly's guidelines for what she's got on that particular thing, analyze the deal, put together a PDF that looks amazing to send back to the client, and send her an email and be like, hey, you got this deal submission. Here's what I think about it. And here's this PDF to send back to the client. Do you want me to send it? Yes.
Mm.
Email sent. Like, imagine. So, Frank, what this is so if you've ever dealt with um, processes, like processes in your business or people that are running those processes for you. So we all have checklists of things that we do. So a new file comes in and you've got to go down the checklist of what you need to do in order to do that file. Well, if you can write that down one time and put that into a document, and then you give that to the claw agent and you say, when you get this task that's named this, do this. And so it knows exactly what to do every single time. So I ran a little test and I went into our AIO department. So we have a team of people. I think we have 6 people, 7 full-time people on the team now. And all they do in our company is they work to get our customers recommended on Google and now inside AI. So they work on your Google business pages and they actually like work with your AI, build your content so that when somebody says, who's the best VA mortgage lender for XYZ, your business gets recommended. It's like a done for you service that we do for clients and customers. Well, one of the very first things that we have to do when a client comes to us is we have to do what's called a schema markup on their website. Sounds nerdy. It's technical codey thingies, right? Technical term. But that is a process. It is written down, it has a checklist, and I have a staff member that's responsible for doing those tasks every time a website comes in and we have a new customer that we're doing that work for. So I said, very interesting. I already
Mm.
have the checklist. Let's see what happens. I took the checklist and I gave it to my claw and I said, here's a website, do the schema markup. Logged in, went to the code, wrote the file, installed the file, did the task exactly as it was on the checklist, and then came back and actually delivered me the checklist done. Hey, I did the task. Here's everything checked off the checklist. Totally done 100%. Took like 6 minutes
Yeah.
and like 30 cents in token usage.
Mm.
And it was just like, wow, if you have a process in your business, this thing can do it for you. So the story continues. All right. So this guy launches this GitHub project, open source, anybody can download it. It's free. Take it, put it on your computer, and connect your tools, and away you go. Just pay for your usage. Well, it's a massive security risk because it's like open source code
Yeah.
that you're putting on your machine. It accesses all your files, it accesses like everything, right? And
Yeah.
so people are doing wild stuff with it, but there's massive security concerns, and I don't recommend it. And then it's the fastest growing GitHub project in history. So the next most popular GitHub took like 10 years to get like 2,000 reviews, and this thing had like double that in 60 days. The most
Wow.
popular open source project ever released on the internet.
Hmm.
Guess who bought it? Well, didn't buy it. Guess who brought that person into their company?
Who?
OpenAI.
Musk? OpenAI?
Nope.
Yeah.
OpenAI.
Hmm.
So they made this announcement. He's joined OpenAI, and very, very shortly, we are going to get an OpenAI claw. And it will be totally secure, and you're going to be able to connect all of your tools to it, and it will sit on your phone like a walkie-talkie. And you will just hit the app, it will open up and say, "Hey, I just met
Do
with Bob
this.
Jones. Send him a follow-up email based on the notes that are in my note taker." It goes into your Fathom, reads the note taker, drafts the email, sends it, listens for a follow-up. Like we are going to have, Frank, within 3 to 6 months, personal AI claw assistants that can literally run tasks for us.
Do
So,
you think it'll be like my thing? This because this just happened to me the other day. So I was
mhm.
somebody called me a number that wasn't saved in my phone. Person got one of my marketing emails. I'm talking to the person, and so we had this conversation. It's like, yeah, man. So okay, I'll follow up with you. But I'm in my car. I've got this phone number that's not someone I know. Would I be able to open that up and say, I just got a phone call from check my phone record. The last call I just got, the guy's name's Bob Jones. I need to follow up with him on Monday at 9 a.m. about blah 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 blah. Would it be able to
Yep.
even see inside the phone, like even know what's in my phone and be able to, I could maybe even create the contact record, Bob Jones, in my phone, create it in my CRM, and schedule my appointment, for Monday afternoon. I'd be able to do something like that.
Yeah. And my recommendation is you connect it to the CRM because the CRM becomes your brain because the CRM has your documents, it has your files, it has
Right.
your call recordings, it
Right.
has your phone, it has your email, it
So
has your
yeah, so
text.
my chat claw would be connected to the CRM, right?
Yep.
So it knows to do that, right? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'd say I bet it wouldn't. I'd say just put it everywhere. Put it in my CRM, schedule it on my calendar, do all that, and off I go. So I could be doing that on my speaker in my car while driving to Monterey, and I received a call,
Yep.
and it's all done.
Yeah. I know. And then fast forward, like inside the loan officer CRM, we have AI agents already that can pick up your phone. So
Right.
literally the AI can pick up the phone, have the task assigned of, hey, this person needs XYZ, and
Yeah.
it will be smart enough to deliver the task out the back end of the CRM for whatever the
Mm,
person asked for. Do you want to
mm.
see an example?
I can't wait.
Okay, so I have to preface this with I'm not recommending OpenClaw. It is like your technical skills need to be at a level that I'm not going to recommend. Like I'm not recommending it to anybody. Um, OpenAI is going to come out with a claw, and when they do, that's going to be what I recommend because I still believe that OpenAI is going to win the consumer direct race. They have the majority of clients and customers. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a quick little demo and I'm going to use Claude. And the reason why is because from a secure technology that's dependable and reliable that I can bring here to our community, it's the one that we can trust and we can play with right now to give you that experience. When OpenAI comes out with their Claude, that's going to be the one that I'm going to recommend. You'll notice in the book all of the processes that I give you for your database marketing and your realtor marketing and all of that all works with ChatGPT. So Frank, here we go. I'm going to share my screen and let's go here. Okay, so last week on the Friday class, well, which we're not doing today. We're not doing the Friday class today because it's Good Friday, and we figure that's the respectful thing to do. So no class today. But last week we did something absolutely incredible, Frank. What we did was we created an agent appointment follow-up sequence. And I used this as an example on how to get AI to interview you and create your brand document. So what we do is we go into ChatGPT and we give it this prompt and we say, "You're my marketing director. Interview me and ask me all the questions that you would ask if you were a $200,000 a year brand consultant to learn about my brand, my customers, my pain points, get my logos, get my color schemes, get everything from me, quiz me in order to get it." And then us and our members in the free class went through this process of having AI interview us and giving us a brand document that you then give to your AI, and then everything that you produce from that point is on brand and on point. So we created that, and then what we did was we created an offer to get sent out to the real estate agents that you meet with after you meet with them. So you get an agent to agree to meet with you. They say, "Yes, let's have a coffee appointment." You show up to the coffee appointment. After you're done the coffee appointment, Jen, you just tag them in the CRM and it automatically starts sending these follow-up emails. Well, what I did was I went to the AI and I said, "Okay, great. Based on what you know about me and these offers that I give to my real estate agents, I want you to create me a 90-day follow-up sequence for after when I meet with these real estate agents to follow up and create me a PDF that I can attach and send to these agents after I meet with them." So this is a PDF that you attach to your email after you meet with the agent that automatically goes out after you have the appointment. And it was mind-blowing how good the content was when we put it together. So it literally has an offer. Our first deal together, let's make it easy. I won't read you the whole thing because everybody got this for free on the class yesterday. But basically, it's like, I'm not looking like just send me one deal in a really good follow-up. And then it wrote this 14-week email sequence. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this 14-week email sequence, right? And then I'm going to open up Claude. So this is Claude desktop version. And Claude came out with Cowork, which is an agent. And so I have, before the call, downloaded Claude on the desktop and connected it to a web browser, which is Chrome, and given it access to some information. So now I'm going to write a prompt and I'm going to say, "Go into the loan officer AI CRM, use the Chris Johnstone account, inside automations and workflows, schedule out all these emails." And this, and then I just pasted all the emails. I hit let's go down in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can see now my agent is starting up. Now I can ask this thing to do anything I want. I can ask it to write the copy and then put it into the CRM. I can have a meeting with somebody and take the meeting notes, punch them in here, get them to fill it out. I can give it video and get it to edit video and put that together for me. So here it goes. Got it. This is a big task. Let me set up the to-do list and get started by navigating to the CRM. So you can see over here on the right-hand side, up at the top, it says navigating to the Loan Officer AI CRM. Find the automations workflow section, create the new workflow, add all of the emails, and it's going to go through all those processes. So it's now asking me, allow Claude to use the browser on app.loanofficercrm.ai. And I'm going to say the domain is app.connectionincorporated.com. So I just give it the information that it needs in order to do its task. It's going to say, got it. We'll allow it. Give it the new domain. Thanks for the correction. Can I use that website? Allow. And this is because I have my security settings on.
Oop, we just lost your voice. It was, you said it's because I have my security settings on.
There you go. How about now?
Yep. Yeah, we can hear you.
There we go. All right. And so now we can just watch the AI open the CRM, go into my account, find the workflows, find the automations, create a new one, and it's going to build that entire workflow sequence for me. So, Frank, let's say I was running a first-time homebuyer campaign and I really wanted to generate some first-time homebuyers or refinance from my database. I can literally go into Cowork, create a landing page, create a follow-up sequence, create the whole thing here in Claude, and then just say, go build that for me inside the loan officer CRM. You can build the website, build the form, connect it all together, open up the workflows, write the emails in the workflows, add them to the workflows, build the entire thing right inside the CRM.
I'm just dumbfounded right now. Like, I'm already spinning on just like, well, great. Now I get to create all kinds of follow up sequences so easy. I'm going to deploy this like right away into the CRM. This is
And
crazy,
what I
man.
wanted to do is, I tried to come with an example that's tangible for everybody to see, okay, I can immediately use this. But I don't want people to lose sight of the fact that this connects to your Google Docs, your Google Sheets, your calendar, your email. You can
What's
give
that
it the
connection
documents you
process look
want.
like, Chris? What's the connection process look like? How does it connect? Do I say, hey, I want you to connect to this website and it says, sure, what's your credentials? And then it's connected,
Yeah,
or
yeah, that's
that's
it. So
it?
you know
You
how when
just,
you go to you log into Zoom using Facebook or Google or whatever,
yeah.
it just pops up that screen and says, which account would you like to use? You
Mm,
click the account that you use for that service, enter your
mm.
username and password on a secured side on their side, hit save, and it's connected. It's a very easy process to connect it all.
Hey, just as a reminder, if you're enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube, you can catch our live shows. The live shows are really cool because there's oftentimes downloads and giveaways. It's really, really fun. To subscribe, you simply go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. That's loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Subscribe and join us on our live shows. They're 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there. And it can connect, so Claude could connect to my Outlook?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I don't know specifically about Outlook.
Okay.
I don't want to break the sequence that's going
Well, I
on
mean, it
here,
doesn't.
but
No, I don't. I mean, I'm connecting my CRM. This is just. I was just thinking for more personal things, but,
yeah.
but, wow, this is tripping me
So
up. And
we always talk about the AI powered loan officer. So having a tool like this and having a borrower that asks you a very difficult question about something, about the finances or like, hey, what's the difference in a quarter point on the rate or whatever,
hmm,
you can go into this tool, give it the email and say, help me craft the response, but also put together a branded PDF with your brand and everything on it with a customized scenario just for that client and the perfect response to send back to them. And you cut, paste, and it does the work for you. And now you can literally say, the client's name is Bob Smith. He's inside my CRM. Send the response. And it can open the CRM, find the contact, and send the email to the client. See how Google, we had a question and we would have to go to Google, open Google, ask question, read website, maybe get answer, go through 4 or 5 different websites. Like that was so convenient and so handy. But now we'll all be with the assistant and the assistant will actually deliver the task of what we're looking to do. So now we're moving into a world where you don't need to be technical inside the CRM at all.
You're just telling it what to accomplish, and it does it.
Exactly.
It's technically savvy, so
Yeah,
it can do it. I just tell it what I want.
exactly. That's right.
It really just makes I tell you, if you're a creative person, right? If you're, a dreamer, you've got ideas. This new technology just opens a whole world of opportunity. Like
Absolutely.
it's incredible.
But my advice for the community here
Yeah,
is that the it's important to stay incredibly focused on the things that make the money right
of
now
course.
and
Yeah.
apply as close to the money as possible.
Well, what this does
So
for you is it helps you make the money. Like it just it takes like somebody
yes,
put in here D. Alvarez said, less friction. It just
that's right.
helps lubricate the process and takes away
That's
the
right.
friction. And yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't that wild? So we'll take some questions, but I want to make sure everybody is like, apply this to your database marketing, apply this to your past realtor relationships, apply this to the realtor relationships, show up, do call stars. This is the Friday stuff, but the things that you can do post conversation to wow people and win that business. Frank, the gap in 6 months between an AI powered loan officer that's sending customized PDFs, customized follow ups, customized little tools to people because they're powered with their AI agent, and somebody that like takes a half day to get back and hand writes all of their emails, the gap there is going to be so big that it's going to be a big enough differentiator to win business when people are
I
shopping.
see it.
And
Right.
it's that's going to isolate us from rate because we win on service and all of these other things. And now
Yeah.
instant communication, perfect customized responses. So getting in and learning about these agents now, I think is just crucial.
Insane. Hey, Chad, you've got your hand up. You've had it up for a while. What do you got?
Hey, Chris, can you go back to that Claude page?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've had Claude for a while. How do you get at the top? You've got the chat, the co-work, and the code. How do I get
Yes.
those options?
You got to pay
You
for
have
it.
to download the desktop app. So
You have
download
to be on
Claude on the
Apple?
desktop.
Does it have to be on a
It
Mac or Apple?
No, it's both.
Okay, so it's just the actual desktop version.
Yes,
Perfect.
exactly.
Thank you.
Which gives you access to cowork because it can access, if you give it access,
Yeah,
it can access files on your computer as well. So it can access all your tools, it can access all your files, and it comes with like when I move over here and this minimizes
yeah,
and I pull up this web browser here, see how all the tabs up at the top have funny colors on them?
yeah.
So this Chrome browser is actually just being run by Claude. So it's the one that's running all these tabs and doing all of the tasks inside all those tabs for me. So this web browser is run by Claude, not me.
Okay. I love Claude.
So
It's awesome.
when-
Just
it
a
is
side note, have you
incredible.
heard of or used Paperclip yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. Um, I look into it.
Go.
It's actually pretty crazy. It's kind of fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What does it do,
And it's
Chad?
It well, it kind of and I don't know the technical stuff, but like it creates your own companies for you. So like last night I had it. I said, okay, I want you to be um my marketing person for my mortgage company. So it starts off and
Yep.
it creates the CEO. And then the CEO goes in on its own and creates, based on what the prompt I give it, creates its team. So it's got a copywriter, it's got a YouTube ad maker, it's got a Instagram, Facebook ad maker, things like that. And it's going to continue to build out that company, and it's working on its own in the background from
So
Trippy.
that one prompt. And then I'm the board, so I have to go in and approve anything that it wants to do and move forward.
And that's amazing. That is absolutely awesome. Um, next week, we're going to do a class here on Friday on Breakfast Club on files. And Chad, what you're describing is essentially like the AI creating these different tasks for you,
Yep.
or like employees. And I'm going to show you how to do that inside of Claude and ChatGPT. So it's a brilliant wrapper that goes on AI, but I'm a huge advocate of we want to use these large language models so that they recommend us to customers. And so I always want to bring everybody back to the source as much as we possibly can to use those AI agents because I believe that there is a tremendous amount of authority that's built in using the tools and giving it the data and being the loan officer that is the expert that's using the tools. So I'll show you how to do something very, very similar to that next week.
Love it.
Awesome. Cool. Thank
There's
you
a
for
bunch
sharing.
of questions
That's
in
awesome.
there, man, but I don't know how we can get through all of it. We're already 10 minutes over. Um,
I'm
how
sorry.
can we? Oh no, it's all good. Are you kidding? That was great. Uh, geez. Um, how do we approach these questions? What do we want to do here? There's so many. Maybe I could just get the questions over to your team or something, Chris, or something
Or
like
can they
that.
put them
Or
in the Facebook group that you've got on here?
Put them
there
in the
you
Facebook group.
go.
That's a great idea,
Oh,
Jen.
who had a good idea today?
Yeah,
Jen,
you're
Jen,
full of
Jen, 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 Jen. There
every
you
day.
go. Go to the Facebook group.
Um, can we get that link posted in there?
Yep, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it right
post
now,
it one
buddy.
more time. Yeah. And that's a great idea. Yeah. So maybe you guys just pose your questions in the Facebook group so they can get answered because we're way over time here and we got to get moving. And but they're all great questions and they're all important questions, so we don't want to lose sight of them. So if you would be so kind as to just join the group, get over there, put your questions in there, and some AI bot's going to answer it all for you. No, I'm teasing.
No,
Chris, Chris
it's
will answer your questions.
me.
Someone from the
It's
team will
me.
answer the questions. But killer
Awesome. All
stuff,
right.
man.
Well, happy Easter, everybody. Cool. Happy
Yeah.
Friday. Happy Friday.
Yeah. All right.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Mark,
Praise the
thanks
Lord,
for your
everybody.
book, man. I appreciate you.
All right, you
Yes,
guys have a
absolutely.
wonderful time this weekend. Enjoy the Lord. Have a great time. We'll be back here on Monday to do it all over again. Can't thank you guys enough. Chris, always a pleasure. The rest of you, hey man, we'll see you here on Monday. Adios, my friends. Yeah. Bye.
Hi,
Happy
everybody.
Friday,
Happy
everybody.
Easter.